Hello everyone, and welcome to our very first North Texas Soccer Insider. On this program, we'll focus on everything dealing with soccer in North Texas, whether that's the adult leagues, the professional leagues, youth leagues, whatever it may be. I'll have interviews, highlights, and much more. On our very first program today, I'll check in on FC Dallas, find out how things are going as they start the season. I'll talk to Gordon Jago, and we'll relive Dallas Cup, which took place just a short time ago here at Pizza Hut Park. And then we'll find out what's happening in the state high school playoffs, which will be taking place this weekend. But first, let's check in on FC Dallas. They drew in their first two games. They're getting ready for game number 3 here at Pizza Hut Park this Saturday night. FC Dallas opened up the 2008 campaign in a 1-1 draw with Chivas USA at Pizza Hut Park. Last Sunday, they traveled down to Houston, a place they haven't had a whole lot of luck in. And wouldn't you know it, with FC Dallas leading 3-2 in stoppage time, Houston would get a goal to end that match even at 3. The team split the points. I had a chance to talk to FC Dallas head coach Steve Morrow, asked him about the makeup of this year's squad and about that disappointing tie this past Sunday in Houston.
Yeah, I think, this team is making, great progress. We made some changes last year. We made a few more in the off-season this year. I think we've got a lot of exciting talent in the team. The mentality of the team gets better and tougher every year, which is great as well, and that's very important. And we're really coming together as a great group of players, a great group of guys, guys who want to fight for each other as well. And if you can have that element in your team, it helps you win championships. And with the talent that we got here as well, I think this team's only going to get better. Yeah, we finished the game very frustrated and disappointed. We felt we had at least 2 or 3 opportunities to kill the game off when we were 3-2 up, and we didn't take those chances and we got punished in the end. So we'll certainly learn from that. Having said that, there's a lot of positives to take away from Houston as well. To go down there and score 3 goals and come away with a good tie on the road is not a bad result. And to create as many chances as we did, we could have scored 5 goals down in Houston. So I think that's positive as well.
If FC Dallas is going to be successful this year, they're going to have to rely on Kenny Cooper Jr. to score goals. He netted 2 this past Sunday against Houston. I caught up with Kenny. I asked him about this year's squad and about that disappointing tie to Houston this past Sunday.
It is a little different. We've been playing with a different formation. We brought in 2 very good players, and Andre Rocha and Dulio Divino. They both bring a lot of experience and a lot of quality to the team. I think we've already seen that in the first 2 games. So, like I said, we've picked up some valuable points in these first 2 games, and hopefully we can just build upon things. And I think in the first 2 games we've come up against some 2 very good teams. Against Chivas, as Western Conference champs from last year. Houston, MLS Cup champions from the last 2 years. So it's been a strong schedule to start off with. A good schedule to start off with, and I think we've picked up some valuable points in the 2 games.
FC Dallas will play game number 3 of the year this Saturday night here at Pizza Hut Park against the New York Red Bull. Kickoff is 7:30. Up next, I'll reflect on Dallas Cup, which wrapped up here at Pizza Hut Park a short time ago.
Whatever your sport, video reports on demand from waterproduction.tv can make your team shine. Interviews, highlights, and more professionally produced and available 24/7 on the World Wide Web. For more information, call 214-257-0266.
Dallas Cup 29 came to a conclusion Easter Sunday here at Pizza Hut Park. And for anyone who watched the Super Group, if you watched from day one, you kind of knew that Liverpool was destined to win the Super Group. That, in fact, happened. Let's check the highlights from the championship game.
For the second time in the 2008 tournament, it would be Tigres and Liverpool going up against one another, and Liverpool wasted little time getting on the board. Ray Potero went to the left side, and a centering pass to Christian Nememi gave Liverpool a 1-0 lead. 10 minutes later, Ray Potero will get his second assist of the game on this corner kick that found the head of Martin Kelly. It was 2-0 Liverpool. The second half featured more of the same. Liverpool continued to put the pressure on Tigres here. They nearly made it 3-0 on a wonderful crossing ball that almost found the back of the net. Offense was almost non-existent for Tigres. Every time they would find themselves in the final third of the field with a good opportunity, it would go by the wayside. Liverpool would put the final touches of this game on in the 90th minute as Christian Nememi would add his second goal of the game as he came in on the left side of the box, beat the keeper, and that's the way it would end. 3-0 Liverpool, a dominating performance by Liverpool FC.
There are many reasons why Dallas Cup is successful. One is the tremendous number of volunteers that help this thing flow almost without a flaw throughout the 1 week time that it takes place. The other is the leadership of Executive Director Gordon Jago and the staff of Dallas Cup. I caught up with Gordon Jago, asked him about this year's event and why teams continue to come to this tremendous event.
Dallas Cup 29 was a huge success for a number of reasons this year. Most importantly, the standard of play at all age levels, I thought, was probably the highest I've seen for some time. And then the officiating. Very rarely do you go through a tournament of this nature and not have somebody, a coach or a parent or a player, complain about the refereeing. But we had nothing but praise for the way that the officials conducted the games. And I think that was because we had an exceptionally strong group of international referees, FIFA referees, and those from the United States National Academy. Tremendous group of referees, and we're probably one of the very few tournaments also that have a fourth official in being. And so I think those two things, the standard of play, the quality of the refereeing, and the, all right, it was a competition, but there was a kind of a friendship thing right throughout the tournament this year. I don't know what it was, but the teams mixed well, and there was a lot of activity between the teams, off the field as well as on. Yeah, that's always interesting because, you know, we always say that the Dallas Cup in Dallas is the best kept secret. And as you say, when we travel the world, everybody knows about Dallas Cup. But it's because over the 29 years, it's built a wonderful reputation of the highest quality. We get the best teams from around the world. We get the best teams from the United States. And consequently, that's a big attraction. And I think that's what makes it popular. But also, of course, having a Pizza Hut Park, you know, the stadium, it certainly has upgraded the appearance of the tournament, and that's no disrespect to Lake Highlands. Lake Highlands served its purpose, was great, but now as the tournament has progressed to be in a first-class professional soccer stadium, I think that's important, and so those things all add up to give us a good reputation. Our reputation spreads. The teams that came here this year, many of them have gone back. We know this already and have spoken very highly of us, and consequently we're already getting applications and inquiries from teams because they've heard about the Dallas Cup, and so that's very important to us.
The boys and girls Final Four of high school soccer will take place this weekend. McKinney Boyd is trying to become the third McKinney school in 4 years to win a state title. Coach Jimmy Langford at Boyd was the coach of North when they won in 2006. He's now trying to do it with Boyd, and I had a chance to talk to him and ask him, one, what the strength of this year's squad at Boyd is. The other is, how does this Boyd team differ from the North team that won it in 2006?
I think our biggest strength, we start in the back in the defense, and then our whole team builds out of the back. I think defense kind of keys a lot of things. We really limit shots. We really limit opportunities the other team has, and we do that with minimal numbers, so it allows us to push more people forward, it allows us to get into attack, and I think a lot of our goals have come from our defensive strength. I think the biggest thing is that team was semi-established when I got there, and we just did some changes here and there. But I think that team, you know, had a lot of pieces in place before I got there. And when I got there, we made a great run, had some good senior leadership, and a good solid team. This year, we've kind of built this team from scratch. We brought some kids over from North, some kids from McKinney, so it's been a challenge to put those teams together. And I think our biggest, you know, the biggest thing is those kids have really gelled together, so it makes it a special run for us.
Let's check the pairings for the high school boys and girls state finals this weekend. that's going to wrap up our very first edition of North Texas Soccer Insider. I'm Ray Canaveri. Until next time, so long, everyone.